Hi guys, Dave here with a new solo to show you. This one is Rugged Road by Robben from his Handful of Blues album. Before we get cracking on with the lesson, I'd just like to let you know that you can now support my channel via Patreon. I'll put a link in the description for my page where you'll be able to find some extra content that you can get should you decide to support my channel. Okay, on with the lesson. So it starts in the key of like D Mixolydian, so it's a D7 chord he's playing over the top of for the first 4 bars. So that first phrase, there's a lot of quarter tone bends in this solo, and this is one of them. 10th fret on the G, little quarter tone bend, 8 on the B, and then 7/10 on the G. Back to 7, then 10D, 7G. So you go. And then we're going to slide into 12 on the D. So we're kind of shifting position at this point. I'll do that one more time. That's better. Okay, and then little sliding 6 here, slide from the 10th fret on the G to 11, and then 10 on the E. Then 13B, backslide into 12 on the G, and then hammer on 10, 11 on the G. There you go. Okay, next bar. So for that, got 10, 13 on the B, and then 10, 12 on the E. Then 10 on the E, and then pull off 13, 10 on the B. Then backslide 12, and then pull off to 10 on the G, and then 12 D. That whole bar again, like that. Okay, and then the next bar. So for that, I hammer on 10, 11 on the G, then 10B, 10E, then 10, 13 on the B, then 10E, 10B. And then you get kind of 2 quarter tone bends on the 13th fret of the E. And then finish off with 10E, 10B. So that whole phrase. Like that. Now, at this point, it changes key and it goes to a B7 chord. So all the things that you'd associate with that, minor pentatonic, blues scales, Mixolydian mode, that sort of thing. So nice and easy to begin with. 12 on the B, bit of vibrato, and then 10 with a quarter tone bend on the E. He doesn't bend straight away, he holds it for a little bit and then starts bending. Like that. So this is a nice little thing to do. Quite a nasty sound. It's a little tritone. So we're playing 10E and 9B together. Little double stop. And then we're going to bounce between the 7th fret on the E and the 10th fret on the B string. Kind of does it 3 times with varying rhythms. And then finishes off with this little pentatonic lick. So it's just 7 on the E, pull off 10, 7 on the B, and then 9 on the G. So that phrase like that. And then we get into this nice little open string lick. So for this, you're pulling off 10 to open string on the B, 9 on the G, then it's pulling off 9 to open on the B, back to 9 on the G, then pull off 7 to open on the B again, and then you go down to 5. Now it sounds like he's slightly pulling it off, but don't worry if you don't get a lot of sound out of. I think he just plays a note and he just lifts his finger off to get to the next position. So it doesn't have to be a strong pull off on fret 5. Goes down to 3, gives it a slight bend, quarter tone bend. Then pulls off 4 to 2 on the G. And then on the D string, he pulls off 2 to 0 and then to 1. Like that. And then lands on the B, that's the 2nd fret on the A string. And then slides up to get into the next position. So that. Like that. Right, just at the end of that last bar, he kind of anticipates the D7 chord again. And he does this interesting lick. So he just hammers on, and it's slightly palm muted this bit. So hammers on 5 to 7 on the D, 5G, and then skips a string to 5 on the E. Now I tend to do it with, I use my middle finger for that last note, just to make that jump a little easier. He may well have done it that way, or he might have just jumped with the pick. I'll leave that up to you. You could do it like that. But the speed that he does it, I tend to use hybrid pick it, just a little bit easier. So for this, so you do that little run, and then you're into the D7 chord. So for this, you're just bending up a half step from the 7th fret of the B, then pull off 7-5 on the B, then 7 on the G, then we go 5, and then pull off 7-5 on the G, then 7 on the D, and then 5 and 7 on the G. So you get like that. Right, so for the next bit, we slide 7 to 9 on the G, then 8B, then 7E, then 10B, then 9G, pull off 8-7 on the B, then back to 9G, then I shift down and play 7-6-5 on the G. Now you can pick them all, or if you want to do a pull off on that last one, that's a very typical thing that Robben does from time to time. Or that's up to you. Okay. Okay, next phrase. So half step bend on the 13th fret of the E string. Then play it with vibrato, 13th fret, then 10E, 10B, and then we're going to pull off 13, 10 on the B, 12G, play 12 again, vibrato, pull off to 11, hammer on 12, pull off to 11, and then 12D. So it makes more sense in context. Like that. Then he kind of anticipates the next bit. He kind of pushes into the B7 section. That's better. One of my favourite licks from this solo, I think. So. quick back sliding to 9 on the B. So this is a great B mixolydian lick, this, really terrific. So you've got the 9th fret, then you pull off 11 9 on the D, then I slide 13 D, 11 G, 12 on the B. A little bit of a B major triad there. Then we play 11 14 on the G, then 12 on the B, 14 slide into 16, like that. Then we play 12 14 16 on the E, and then we slide into 17, like that. So up to that point, that's it. Then we get this little chromatic run down. So that's 16, then pull off 15 to 14, then 17 on the B. So for that we're going on the B, 14, 15, 16, then pull off 15 to 14. Then on the G string, it's just a chromatic run down, 17, 16, 15, pulling off to 14. Like so. Right, so back into, still in the B chord. This is the way I play it. 2 fret bend on the 15th fret of the B, upper tone, 12 14 on the E, 15 12 on the B, and then 14 on the G. Now these last 3 notes I play here, 9 on the G, then 12 and 9 on the D. It makes the picking slightly easier, especially at these speeds. But also he slides into the next note, which kind of tells me that he might be starting from lower. So what he's doing for the final part is he slides into 13 on the D, 12 on the B, goes back to the 13th fret, and then back to the 12 on the B again. Like that. Like that. Right, changes chord. Goes to an E7 chord now. So you've got 12 on the B, and then you're bending up just a half step on the 15th fret of the E, releasing, then rebending, release, bend and release, and then finishing off on the 12th fret of the B. Slides off. Like that. So for this next bit, we're bending up a whole step, 15 on the E, then play 15 normally, then 12 on the E, 12 on the B, 15 on the B. I like this one. So we're going to go 12 E, 12 B. Then pull off 15 12 on the B, 14 on the G, nice little slidey lick this. That's 12, 13 on the G, then 14 D, 14 A. Then we land on 12 on the D, then 14. Then we get this kind of little double slide. So I'm just holding down 11 B, 12 G, slide up a fret, slide back down, and then back up again, like that. Like so. Then it goes down to a D chord. That's the lick. So again, we've got this little tritone thing that he does. So that's 13 on the E and 12 on the B. Then 10 E, 10 B. 13 on the B, give it a little quarter tone bend. And then finish on the 10 on the E. Like that. He does a little quick bend and release on the 13th fret of the B, pulling off onto 10, then 12 G, 10 B, and then we're going to bend up a full step on the 12th fret of the G. So you bend and release that 12th fret, pull off onto 10, and then bend up the 10th fret up like a quarter tone. Kind of an interesting lick. Like that. Next bit's a little bit more straight pentatonic. 12D, 12G. Then we get a little run down. 10G. Pull off 12 to 10 on the D. 12 on the A. And then I think I do it like this next bit. Hammer on 10 to 12 on the A, then I play 12 and slide down to 10, and then pull off onto 8. So you get that. Then 10 on the E, then I do a slide from 8 to 10 and then back to 8. Then play 10, and then one more time on the 10th fret of the E. Like that. There you go, and that's the end of the solo. Okay guys, I hope you have a lot of fun with this solo and get a lot from it. Lots of great licks in this one, so I think you're going to have a lot of fun getting your hands around this one. Okay guys, have fun with this one, and I will see you for one real soon.